Welcome to Dark Side of a Working Girl. This video has a trigger warning. If you are an animal lover, please shut off this video and watch one of the other versions of Diary of a Working Girl, Dark Side of a Working Girl, or check out my other channel, All Stories, called Dark Side of Lust. You can get the link in the description. All right, let's begin this story. Hey there, my name is Jennifer, and I am a Haitian woman. I was a working girl for many years until I met this man that's French Canadian. I speak French, he speaks French, and we made a connection like that. And he likes a woman that's darker skin. Well, when we met, I was working on the streets as a working girl, and he liked me. After about a month of us fooling around, he invited me to live with him. Now, when I moved in to live with him, I really only had one plastic bag of belongings. And I pretty much still do have just a couple of bags. It's not like he pampers me with a lot of money or pampers me with a lot of gifts. Actually, he's quite mean. And this is the reason why I did what I did. But I'm with him mainly because he promised to get married to me. You see, I'm undocumented here in the Dominican Republic. I came here illegally. I got through the border from Haiti to the Dominican Republic, and I eventually got into Sosua. It's in a province called Puerto Plata. And this is where I was working when this man found me, and this is where we still live. He's promised me that he's going to marry me, and then I can eventually go to Canada. I know there's a big Haitian community in Montreal where a lot of them speak French, and that's where I eventually want to go. And when he does marry me, that's the first place I'm going, and I'm leaving him. I hate him. He's rude, he's mean, and he doesn't like a lot of colors. But I got him back. You see, a lot of the times when we're alone in the house, he will call me a word that is against my color, and it doesn't feel good. He's mean sometimes to everyone outside, even his own friends, and when he gets drinking, it's the worst. There's another bad thing about him. He had a cat, and this cat was stinky. It peed on everything in the house, peed on everything outside. And the little clothing that I did have, it would always choose my clothing to pee on. I told this guy he's got to take his cat to the veterinarian and get it fixed, get it neutered, so it doesn't spray out that pee any longer. Listen, if you are a person that has a male cat and you notice a strange smell in your house, get that cat fixed and you will never smell that smell again. You know you smell it. Other people smell it around you. You can see when you're around people, people are smelling it and they're wondering what that strong scent is around you. It's cat spray. And that's exactly what I was getting tired of, and this man's mouth. So, one night when he was intoxicated and his cat was meowing, looking for a girl outside to get with, I grabbed the cat and I brought it in the back door and I put it in the pot and boiled it. We have a delicacy in Haiti and we call it tea soup. You would call it cat soup. Now don't start allowing your jaw to drop because there are a lot of farmers out there that have cows as pets, raise them from babies, and then end up slaughtering them and eating them or selling them. Please don't tell me there's a difference. Also, there's a lot of people out there that eat dog. So, don't judge me. As a matter of fact, I'm glad that my real name is not being spoken about, and I'm also glad that I'm not doing this on video, and it is just my story that I gave to Cerise on audio. She's never met me before. She doesn't know who I am. I've seen Cerise in the streets of Sosua very often, but I won't tell her who I am. I'm just saying what this story is. Because like I said, I am not documented here as entering the Dominican Republic, and it is illegal to eat animals of the domestic type, I guess we could say. It is illegal, more specifically, to abuse animals here in the Dominican Republic. So I don't want to get in trouble for anything. But I did boil his cat, and he didn't even know. He was so drunk, laid out on the couch. And I cooked it up for him. He didn't even notice the difference. I cooked the cat in many different ways. He didn't notice anything, and that cat was his baby. The only thing he did notice was that the cat no longer was around. And I feel a little bit bad about it because he did cry when his cat couldn't be found. He said to me that his cat is his life. And without his cat, he doesn't feel he can go on because the cat saved his life one day before I came into the picture. The house, his apartment that he was living in before, not the house we live in now, but the apartment that he was living in, he fell asleep with a cigarette in his hand, and the couch caught fire, and the cat jumped on his chest and started to bite him, woke him up, and he woke up and he was able to put the flames out on the couch. But he will never forget what that cat did for him. So the cat was pretty special to him. And the cat was pretty smart too. But it was more of an outside tomcat. And even when he found the cat, it was a full-grown tomcat. He just took it in to feed it for company, like I said, before I was in the picture. But this man, all he wants to do is be mean to other people. All he wants to do is call people out of their name, put them down. He thinks that his little bit of Canadian pension is impressive. It's not. I've had men before him that made more money, but they weren't as needy or vulnerable as him. You see, I need him to marry me. That's it. But until we do get married, I will be feeding him cat as much as I can. He made a comment one day. Filipinos eat cats and dogs. They're gross. That's what he said. And I looked at him and I just smiled. And he said, "What are you smiling at?" And I said, "Oh, nothing." He's like, "Don't tell me you Haitians eat it." And I said, "I'm not smiling at you because of that. I'm smiling at you because you just, sometimes you just talk and I don't always listen." And he said, "What do you mean you don't always listen?" And I said, "Well, sometimes I do, and just now I did. And I think this was an important point for you to make." And he looked at me and he's like, right? How could they eat cats and dogs? That's a disgrace." And then I just giggled. And he's like, "Yeah, you get where I'm coming from. Yeah? Oh, la, la." And he just thought I was on his side. But I just kept laughing louder and louder, thinking, you are eating cat as we speak right now. And that's pretty much it. There are a lot of stray cats in the streets. A lot. And a lot of them come around because he feeds them out in the backyard. That's what he likes to do. He acts like it's a redeeming quality of his. Please. He's such a mean person. He thinks he's better than all the other people out there. Well, now he isn't. And he loves tea soup so much that he requests it when he's drinking. We'll be out at a bar or out somewhere and he'll get drinking. And as we're going home, he'll be like, "Can you make some of that soup for me? That tea soup?" I told him the name of it. But he even said one time when we were in a bar to a couple of Haitians, he's like, "Oh yeah," female Haitians. He said, "Oh yeah," he's like, "I really love your food. My girlfriend, she makes me tea soup." And the girls looked at me. I said to them in Creole, I said, "Don't say anything. He doesn't know he's eating it. He has no clue what he's eating." And that's that. And every time he's mean to me is going to be every single time I cook for him his favorite delicacy. Hey guys. Ooh, I don't know. Have you ever had tea soup? I've heard about it here a lot from Haitians, and I I've heard about it a lot. So it is a true thing that does go on. And I've also heard that there are many cultures around the world that does eat domestic animals. I apologize about this story if it triggered you. It is quite shocking, but it does happen. And I just want to say to you that if you haven't heard of it, then you probably will from this time on. If you had heard of it and you have eaten it, let us know in your comments down below. Have yourself a wonderful day, guys. Please take a moment to subscribe, hit that like button. Don't forget to share, and be careful out there.